Honestly, Ruth Bassar could use my help too. She's all brains, but no branding.
Ya, continuamos con The Outer Worlds. Seguimos donde nos habíamos quedado, que no me acuerdo dónde era. Ah, ya, nuestro amigo inteligencia artificial, que no es inteligencia artificial, nos envió al núcleo a investigar. Esto tiene pinta de Endgame, yo creo. Ya habíamos matado a estos pobres cristianos. Esto tiene pinta que va a estar bueno. A ver, recién estábamos allá abajo. Pues.
Society demands perfect thoughts. Imperfection is impossible when the mind is a thing of symmetry. Preserve self-progress, sustain the system, serve the sovereign.
I handle this.
Ya, deja rascarme un poquito. Ya. Me tengo. ¿Qué esta congela? Un subfusil que congela. Parece conocido.
The archive reactor requires manual maintenance, but the separate bunker is a formidable obstacle, made with the very best technology.
A creative workaround might be of considerable worth, namely via the reactor's backup security systems.
Let's see. We could recalibrate the turrets or seal the reinforcement doors.
Reactor
Whatever
fire
keeps us
suppression
alive is
system
fine by me.
online.
Open caches with health supplies or weapons.
And we also got the fire suppression system at our disposal. No shortage of options here.
That automech is enormous. How is that practical to have indoors?
Prudence dictates we repel invasive elements.
El vecino de todo el autónomo.
Mobilizing.
We repel all invaders of privilege.
Back in business.
Suffered extensive damage, Commander.
Puta persona.
On whom exactly? Passes are deployed. Free energy if you can reach it.
Each a vital cog. Target rear.
Me morí. Envenenamiento por ciranio. Quiero hacer granadas de...
resorting to violence.
Punishing my firearm. Attack me.
The passenger unit away. Recharge before it discharges. You try to limit further damage, Commander.
Let's get you healed. To the rescue. Little pick-me-up for you.
Breaking for cover. Locating explosive. I
Consider self-preservation of
All starts up.
Bien, me devolvieron todas las lucas por fin, weón. Y ya, la última. La última, weón. Y la última ventaja, weón. Ah, tengo 2 puntos de ventaja, conche tu madre. Conche tu madre. Se me arriba, no subí. De rajería 14. Me voy a... Cerrajería 14. No es malo.
The archive reactor has been returned to operational status. All that remains is to re-enable punch processing and disseminate the rift processing instructions.
No es malo. Nos vamos por acá. Te quiero, Marisol. qué wea había arriba.
Emergency ammunitions cache unsealed. Emergency first aid cache unsealed.
Así se abren, pues bueno. Fusil de asalto de electrochoque 67. ¿Y el que tengo yo? Unidas cañón eléctrico secuencial. Igual. 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 Marisol quedó, murió.
Here I'd worried our data brick wouldn't arrive. Investigating hostile intentions. Metió estos monos acá.
With punch card processing re-enabled, now you must disperse the rift processing instructions.
Looks like we could ride this down.
Ni idea qué estoy haciendo, conchetumare. Ya, tengo que hacer algo más acá. Espera. Ah, concha tu madre, es plataforma. Esta weá.
I'll handle this.
Raring to go.
Ah, y ahora las weas suben por la puta. La wea. La wea buena, man. Bien. Yo escribí esto ahora. Llego ahí abajo. ¿Cómo llego ahí abajo?
Oh, great. Now we gotta dodge bugs and potential.
Hostilities are afoot.
I sense the Rift program flowing through my subsystems. The information is quite stimulating. Requisite tasks complete. Return to the Archive Central interface to initiate processing. I am analyzing the Rift data further. What an interesting predicament you sentients face. The Rifts are almost akin to an archival process, yet are inimical to organic matter.
Volví aquí. Volví para abajo. Más para abajo.
Welcome back, Sentient. Now that you've returned, we can
Bring every single last bit out of consumers. Monopolize all stages of the supply chain.
make the paradigm real and fashion a true utopia. Workarounds failing, erroring others supplanting commands. Purge required.
Look, we need to resolve this, or we'll never get that Rift data processed. 2 of those priority sets need to go.
Priority control access nook unsealed. Initiate purge.
Think that's our cue to go inside.
Multitude diversiform, spongiform, waveforms, oscillating, cantankerously. Overt influence, mindless indulgence, thoroughgoing impermeability to ongoing vicissitudes.
Radical type.
Ya, yo creo que aquí esto va a tener una...
Architect's plan. Humanity's ascendance hopelessly delayed. A perfect community. With every luxury save freedom. Foster Stop and consider. What would your neighbors think? I suspect they'd be angry about you in danger. Why? You don't want your rivals to win now, do you? Collective goodwill is just an vandalism, sabotage, wanton defacement. Halt this foolishness immediately. Or run the risk of unspeakable ire. All I ever want. Hold on now. Remember, I am a full-service business collaborator. Stop now, and I'll waive dozens. You drive a hard bargain. All right, 40-60 split of net profits. I'd offer more, but I have a moon to maintain. What do you say? Partners!
Well, did it work or didn't it?
To conclude realignment of emphasized categorical imperatives, power down, then power on again. Restoring power. Commencing systems audit. Calculatory processing increased substantially. Competing priorities. Successfully expunged. You have earned my deepest
Logra
gratitude
archivo
and
revivido.
sincerest thanks.
Restableciste el funcionamiento de la
Or at
acción.
least, a plausibly feigned simulacrum of such emotions. Ready to commence Rift data processing. Awaiting your input.
Time to process the Rift data. Finally.
Shall I proceed? Initiating processing of the requested data toward the required end. Estimated duration, 180 trillion and 1 picoseconds. In the interim, may I inquire to your intentions for the archive after the Rift data calculations have concluded? I have a prioritized list of suggestions. Seeing as how my priorities are largely modeled after a founder of the Order, I expect returning to their supervision should resume without undue vexation or worry.
Auntie's choice wouldn't appreciate that. You did make a deal.
Rich data processing complete. Results provided. The previous Protectorate operator made similar calculations, but their results contained flaws. Your more comprehensive data generated a solution with 98.9% certainty. The Protectorate's was below 50%. Therefore, modifying the Protectorate's large-scale experimental rift device with this information has a high chance of success. Assuming there is nothing else, I am commencing file reorderization and will be unavailable for an unspecified period of time. The remaining display case within the entryway is now unsealed. In it contains armor worn by the first operator. For now, goodbye.
Lovely day for a coup, dear. The only surprise about the Protectorate's console usurping the Sovereign's authority is it did not happen sooner. May all our...
I think congratulations are in order. Unless I'm mistaken, I gather you've accomplished your primary goal. Now it's time to honor your end of our agreement and transfer stewardship of the archive into the Order's most capable hands. The Calcaduceus, if you please. Thank you for your contribution to science. When the history texts are written, you've certainly secured an honorable mention in Appendix B.
Ah, you are my new operator then. It is my simulated delight to meet you. In the interests of time, allow me to propose how next to proceed. I contend that solving of the universal equation should be our initial focus. Then, once we've unlocked knowledge of the inner workings of the universe, we can begin eliminating suffering, war, famine, and disease. Just to start.
Yes, this will do perfectly.
Well, we could keep exploring Cloister, see if we find anything useful. Or we could head back to the ship and see where this data leads us.
Damn it. I mean, yes, great. Right behind you, Commander.
Obtuviste premonición, Memo. Premonición. Ah, espera. Ahí también puedo volar. Ya, usamos esto un rato y quiero andar con un casco diferente. Ya está muy bueno.
Go forth as was determined, and may the plan guide you. Go forth as was determined, and may the plan guide you.
Subjects prosper under the guidance of our beneficent...
You were the missing variable we needed. We're one step...
The Protectorate never respected us. This is merely the latest installment.
The console provides, the system abides.
Hablamos con Ruth para ver qué me dice.
Welcome back, Agent. Is there some evaluation I can do for you? Call it proof of concept. Laplace's garden is more than its aesthetic. It offers a vision of a future free from the despotic rule of narrow-minded jingoists, where the fruit of the plan can finally ripen. It saddens me to see the garden so despoiled by our wartime presence. But with the loss of Spyerton, necessity dictated we quarter here in the interim. Oh, the Laureate Council simply draws a name out of a hat. No? Go figure. In reality, I was recommended for my position by the preceding bishop. Paired with my skills as a seer, I was the natural choice when it came time for the council to vote. Thank you for that charitable assessment. My predecessor, presiding Bishop Orlo, and I had a close working relationship. He knew I possessed the skills and temperament for the role. I counted him a friend. Orlo shared with me his doubts about the Order's partnership with the Protectorate. The compromises made. He had many such regrets at the end of his life. Likely not. But it is the responsibility of every student to surpass their mentor in understanding and sentiment. And I can reliably assert that I have done that. May you achieve progress in accordance with the plan. The plan is always in motion, much like you, it would seem. As I told you in my message, a splinter group was responsible for recruiting your fellow agent and tasking her to perpetrate that heresy. The conviction of those radicals was such that they elected to perish from exposure to Cloister's wilderness to avoid fouling their predictions and my interference. Their interpretation of the data was at odds with mine. I forbade them taking action, to no avail, obviously. I disavowed their actions then, as I do now. A wise leader is always open to constructive criticism. May you achieve progress.
Damn it! When I came to Arcadia, never in 1,000 years would have I imagined it coming to bloodshed with my own. Wish it hadn't. Still, reckon I made my path. Ending the grafting program would have had Auntie's choice gunning for me anyhow. Just would have been nice to finish what I started. Now, did you need something? Or... If you say so. Try not to get into too much trouble without me.
The plan is always in motion, much like you, it would seem. May you...
No quiere... Ah, chucha. Ese nomás. Bien.
Yes, Commander. Fair enough.
La ruta es acá, weón.
Let's pinpoint what you and I can accomplish for the Order.
Welcome back, Agent. Is there some evaluation I can do for you?
¿Viste? No me da la
May
opción.
you
po.
achieve.
Entiendo, weón.
Commander, this unit requests your presence in the cockpit to discuss a priority matter. A significant anomaly has been detected by onboard sensors. This unit has cross-checked all data points and verified the findings. Horizon Point Station has reappeared. It is not dissimilar to how the prototype modulator unfolds rifts, Commander, based on energy readings. Horizon Point has been reconstituted by the Protectorate's large-scale rift modulator, thus confirming the Archive's theory. While present data does not indicate if Horizon Point poses an immediate threat, a survey of the reconstituted station is advised as soon as possible. Calculating. According to the Archive, closing all rifts requires locating the Protectorate's large-scale rift modulator and inputting the rift data processed by the Archive. However, before navigating to Horizon Point Station, it is recommended you conclude all other affairs. Leaving will be highly unlikely due to the high levels of rift energy. That is a correct assessment, Commander. Briefing complete. Now returning to situation monitoring and data analysis, Commander.
Ya vamos a dejar hasta acá, weón. Se viene el endgame. Tenemos weas pendientes a cagar, pero es lo que hay.